Hey there! I hope you're all having a great day. Have you ever found yourself struggling to locate images in your messy WordPress media library? It can be frustrating to spend a lot of time searching for pictures you just uploaded earlier. But fear not, because in this tutorial, we'll discover how to organize your media library like a pro, using media folders and more, thanks to the WP Media Folder plugin. With WP Media Folder, you'll have access to a variety of resources and productivity-focused features like image sorting and filters, video integration, and the ability to store media in multiple folders. In this video, we'll explore how to create and manage media folders, apply custom filters to your media, and duplicate and replace media as needed. But that's not all. We'll also cover how to add remote videos and utilize WP Media Folder in a live content environment, such as a page builder. So let's jump right in and start exploring all the possibilities. In this first sequence, I'm going to show you how to tackle a common issue that most people face when using WordPress, which is dealing with a cluttered media library. There's a simple solution to this problem, which is to organize your media library using media folders. To get started, we'll be using the first plugin that was created on WordPress specifically for this purpose, and it's called WP Media Folder. The first step is to create a new media folder and save it. When you create a new folder, it's placed in the current location you're in. For instance, if you're in the root of the media library, the new folder will be created there. You can also create subfolders up to 10 levels deep if needed. Creating a new folder is straightforward, and you can even drag it to any location you prefer, including under another folder, just like you do in Google Drive. You can move media by using the left navigation tree or the center part, and all media will be moved without any broken links. WP Media Folder uses a WordPress taxonomy to manage folders, not real server folders, but you can choose to use physical folders if you prefer. In a future video, we'll focus on using physical folders. Note that using physical folders comes with some limitations, like adding a media in multiple folder, but we'll see that in a minute. The other method to create a folder is to upload it. You can upload media in folder, yes, but also directly a folder with its media. Let's try that and use the button named Upload Folder on top of your screen. Now my folder is uploaded, and a new subfolder has been created. Wonderful. Now, back to media organization. You can right-click on each folder to create a new folder, rename it, or add a color. For example, you can set a folder to orange to make it stand out. The most critical part of media organization is moving your media files, and we've seen how to move a folder. You can move media files to the new folder by selecting them and dragging them into the folder. Finally, you can assign one image to multiple folders, which is handy for finding your images later. Open a media detail, and in the right column, you can select several folders where the same image will be placed. Your media library will now look organized and clean. Let's jump to the next sequence. In this second sequence, we'll focus on two other features that WP Media Folder adds to your media library. This is the possibility to duplicate a media and to replace a media, still without any broken link in your WordPress content. These features are not necessarily activated by default, but you can activate them from the plugin settings. Then I'm going to the media library, open a media. Here, in the right column, there are two actions possible. Let's try to duplicate a media first. Okay, looks like it's done, and indeed I can see the media is duplicated now. Now let's try the media replacement. I'm opening this one, clicking on Replace, select an image, validating. And it's done. My image has been replaced, and the image name has not been touched. It means that if my image is loaded in my content, it won't generate a broken link. Perfect, now let's play with image filters and ordering. In WP Media Folder plugin, you can create your own filter from the settings with custom size or weight for your media. This is pretty handy if you have, for example, only tiny or only huge files. I'm going back to the media library and use the button called filtering. This is where I'll find my custom size and weight filters, and I can apply one or several filters. To reset the filters, I can click here. There's also filters for dates of upload and file types. To finish with the filters, the one called Display Only My Own Media displays only the media you have uploaded with your WordPress account. This is super useful when you have many content editors on WordPress. Actually, the plugin also has a feature to limit media access by user or user role, but this is not the purpose of this video. Now the sorting options you have applies to folders and also to media. You can order both and their position will be saved in your WordPress session. For example, let's say I want to use custom order for images. I can set custom order, move an image in first position. Now on navigation in another folder, then go back to the last one. You see? The first image position has been saved here. Let's jump to the next sequence where we'll talk about the video feature of the plugin. Let's now check the remote video feature added by WP Media Folder plugin. It's visible on the top part of the media library. Here I can paste a video URL. There's YouTube, Vimeo and Dailymotion mentioned here, but the plugin also supports other formats like Facebook or Twitch platforms. Let's paste a YouTube video and see what happens. Here it is, the video, or the remote video to be clear, is here. I can manage it like an image and add it into my content, like any other media. Looks like a simple feature, but it's a real-time saver, because I don't need to go to YouTube multiple times to get my video links. In this sequence, I would like to show you another feature of the plugin, the WordPress Gallery Enhancement feature. As you may be aware, you can create a simple gallery with WordPress, in the default block editor. WP Media Folder adds some enhancements to these features like theme and gallery settings, and it's available in all page builders like Elementor or Divi. Now let's open a page of my website with the WordPress block editor. I'm adding a block called WP Media Folder Gallery. Great! Now I need to select one of my media folder. Let's pick this one and apply. Nice! I have a gallery. Apart from the default theme, I have 3 other themes called Masonry, a masonry wall theme. Then I have the portfolio theme, pretty cool too. Finally, I can do a quick image slider with the lat theme. I would like to mention that the plugin WP Media Folder also has an add-in with a very powerful gallery system. If you're interested into that, I recommend you to take a look at the video presenting this add-in. As you can see in the settings, you've got all the gallery set up. You can customize the default settings here, so you don't have to do it every time you create a gallery. Pretty cool, no? Let's jump to the next sequence where we'll talk about the media download feature of the plugin. The media download feature is not the first one to come to your mind when using a plugin like that, but depending on your website's purpose, it can be useful. The media download feature gives the possibility to transform a media into a downloadable file. The file can be an image, a zip file, a PDF, in fact any media you have in your media library. The downloadable button is fully customizable here, from the plugin settings with icons and colors. Let's go back to my page and add one to see how it looks like. Here I'm selecting the proper media download block, adding it to my page. Now let's select a media and add it to my content. Okay, I'm opening a page preview. Now it's my nice media download button. To finish this video, let's see what are the additional settings, and we'll also check the plugin integrations and prices. There are many settings, as you can see. Most of them are default settings for a particular settings like we've seen for the galleries. There's also settings to enable and disable some features. This is more to preserve some of your server resources. We've mentioned the media access previously in this video, but basically, it offers the possibility to limit media access by user or by WordPress user role. Then you have the rename and watermark settings. You can rename your media based on a pattern when a new image is uploaded. The watermark feature offers the possibility to apply watermark on images but only to custom media folders. There's also the media import and export tool. This is a migration tool to import and export a media library or just a folder structure from one website to another. The server folder synchronization offers the possibility to add a server folder in the WordPress media library and synchronize the media in it. This is pretty convenient when you have another CMS media on the same server. Finally, there's the physical folder setup. You can transform all your media folders into real server folders. All your image links will be replaced with real physical folder links. Note that there's feature restrictions. This is understandable as the links are updated. Finally, and now that's almost the end of this video, let's check the integrations that WP Media Folder plugin has. There are many WordPress plugins integration with their respective content blocks, widgets or modules, whatever their names are. Also, and that's more interesting, there are many clouds integration, meaning that you can host your images on those systems, whether it's for performance purpose or just for the storage offered. In fact, there's performance connectors like Amazon S3 or DigitalOcean, and storage integration like Google Drive or OneDrive. The plugin is available at $49 without the cloud integrations we've just seen, but the $49 includes all the features we've just seen in this video. Anyway, you can start with the first package and upgrade when you need to, as it's a plugin add-in. Thanks for watching this video. If you're watching this video from YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to stay informed about new plugin features, and ask us any questions using the comments. And of course, you'll find all the useful links we've talked about in the description. Have a productive day, bye.